put on the stuff.
Yeah. You want to go on that side of it? Okay.
Then your left hand. Wait, this way. Yeah. Oh, you're wearing the nail polish. I like it. And then I got your right hand. Yeah. And let's do your feet. Your left foot. Right
Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, that was funny. Okay. Cool. Why is it gray? It's gray.
Thinking about it, I think it's fine to update stuff.
Okay. Well, it's gray. Oh, God.
Is it still gray?
Still gray.
I know why. It's so silly. Hold on. Don't forget to go by your feet.
What's not plugged in?
Maybe the
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Are you not gray anymore?
Yeah, it's working.
Okay. I have no idea who signed in.
Really?
Because it is my Steam account that opened, and I don't know who's last signed in to be our child.
Me? Yes, me. Where's the chat pin?
Well, if you hold down that
I did that. I'm in the menu thingy. It says.
Okay, you'll see like underneath, like where it says, or you have to hit desktop. Oh, I think you did.
What do you mean?
One of the little circles to the left. One of them it's labeled like desktop views or something like that.
Oh, I see desktop now. And then I can
And then
pull up where?
underneath the viewing window, like in the frame, there should be like an icon of the controllers. Click one of those.
Okay.
Yeah, then you can resize it. And let me pull up stuff for you.
Yeah.
Did you send me the questions?
Hey, they do hear us. Oh.
Or can I send the questions to myself? Your interview questions?
Uh-huh.
Where are those?
Oh, did I not post them anywhere or send them? I don't think so. My laptop's not in here. It's out.
I can go get it. And then we'll be done. No, it's behind you. Okay.
Hey, can I turn off the point turning so I can do smooth turning?
You should be able to. I'm not sure off the top of my head.
I just wanted your permission.
Oh, yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, smooth that out, because that's kind of rough. Wait. What?
Where is it in all of this? Do you know?
Yeah, in my DM to Sassafras, for sure.
Okay, hold on.
What's going on? Comfort turning off. Maybe? Yeah. That's much better. You're still loading in for me.
Oh. I was a dog for a while. I had to change.
I think I want to do this up in the upstairs area. It's fun. More fun. Wait. Why are you like this?
You want to go live now?
Sure. Yeah. I don't see the questions though still.
Oh, yeah, I'm still doing it.
Whoa.
Yeah, see, it's cooler up here.
Introduce him while
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, we have another dog over here already.
Oh, you can ride him?
I don't know, but you could throw him.
Oh, the big box showed up. That's just to grab him. Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I haven't learned how to make chairs that follow an object, you know, so you can like pick somebody up when they're sitting in a chair or something.
Okay.
Hmm.
Can you read that?
I think it's just like a script you can get out of a booth or something.
Yeah, do you want to go sit down somewhere? And then we can
Sure, what
like
do you want, May?
introduce you and talk about like what it is you like do on YouTube and like why you're here. And yeah, I like the bar. I sat here for the one with Ether.
Yeah. Can I sit on this chair?
I'm not sure.
Yeah. Can't really get it in here.
Because I made some things seats, but I don't think I made these seats.
Kind of could just stand behind it, I guess.
Are you on desktop?
No, I'm on VR. I just can't get like in between. I just don't have legs.
No. Why isn't it picking up here? Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm having tracking issues. Sorry about that. It's fighting me. Why? Why are you fighting? Okay. We're gonna deal with it. Yes. Professional streamer.
I'm still a dog on your stream.
Wait, have you
changed? I'm a human.
No.
Yeah. I looked and I was like,
Wait.
what?
Wait, I don't know. Maybe if you respawned, you'd spawn in, right? I'm not sure.
Here,
It says
let me try real quick.
50% on something. So you're loading. You're just also a dog. Yo.
am I still a dog?
Yeah. Why are you a dog? You're at
Here, hold on.
67% now. 68%. So you're loading.
Okay.
You're just not like the blue triangles.
The little blue.
I've been
But,
spared
yeah.
from them this time. Hey. Okay, yeah, you'll be a man soon.
Okay, cool. I wear like a dog avatar like public worlds, so people don't like rip my avatar. 'Cause I
Yeah,
don't
that makes sense.
care if they get that one.
Either says, "Why are you a dog?" Yeah. I don't know, a glitch in the machine. But anyway, we're 77% to not a dog. But yeah, so I just want to open it up and say this is Sassafras, the host of the VR and Chill Studio. You do a podcast too. Do you want to talk a little bit about it? That's what you do?
Well, yeah. So I run a podcast, talking about general VR and VR chat topics, and the VR Chill Studio is where kind of just like I throw the clips up and shorts and cutaways, because I've cutaways in the podcast, and yeah, that's what I do.
Sweet. Ether is dying, I think. Well, we're almost there. You're at 87%. This is just already started off kind of funny. But I guess let's just jump into it, and then you'll transform magically as we progress. So what inspired you to make a
Sounds like a plan.
podcast? Like, why did you choose VR chat, and why did you pick a podcast format to make content in?
So basically, I mean, I love a good conversation. The last 5 years, I've watched tons of podcasts grow from like nothing to millions of views, and I love a good conversation. And me personally, when I'm like in public worlds and stuff, when I first got into this game, I found it really hard to go up to people and start a conversation, like especially when everyone's like in front of a mirror and there's a big group of people. Like, how do I work my way into that? And I was like, you know what? Why don't I just start a podcast and I bring people to me? Because everyone's been in a world of their friends and they just had really deep conversations. I'm like, man, why don't I just record it like as a podcast? And one of the other reasons is growing up with the internet, I saw like, mainstream like streamers, people that play games like grow. I saw that become a thing and other things become a thing. And I've always wanted to like jump in the beginning and make content and kind of ride that wave of because there's not a lot of VR YouTubers out there. I mean there is, but I wanted to be in the beginning and kind of ride that wave. So,
Oh.
yeah.
Wow. I have to. Yes. I want to get. Please. Please.
Am I still a dog?
No, you in the middle of talking, you just popped back. You became a blonde. Okay, just
Cool.
Yes.
I'm a man now.
Yes. Okay. And now our framing looks pretty. So
Nice.
I was in my research portion, I watched like pretty much all the episodes of the podcast. I didn't really have time to like touch the other channel that you have, but I was able to, get like a lot of, information and sort of like see your style of like what you talk about and stuff like that. And you touched a lot on like how VR chat used to be versus how it is now, because you've played it for quite a long time, if I'm right.
Yeah. Good 2-3 years now. Yeah.
So what would you say are the major differences between what VR chat was like and what it is now?
I don't know. It's really hard. I think public worlds back then were a lot better. Since then, the Quest has come out, and you see a lot of little kids in public worlds, and now that it's really cheap to get into VR chat, you'll see a lot of trolls, and that's like probably the biggest difference. And you've also seen like the rise of like clubs and dancers and DJs. That's kind of always existed, but it's just kind of progressively gotten more and more, bigger within the community.
Well, and with I think with the advancement of tracking that we keep getting, we have now the like omnidirectional treadmill, we have 12-point tracking, we have face tracking, all these things that are coming out now that are like they can like help with immersion and the kind of stuff that you see people going to those places for, like ERP events or lap dancing events, and like there's a lot of wholesome stuff too, but when you get the like more realism, like sort of stuff like that, people are definitely going to be like, okay, we can do like more, we can like have these kinds of experiences, like wicked good pole dancing, like it's crazy. But yeah, I actually didn't know that it was like stuff like that was around even in the beginning, because I really did think like my perception of early VR chat, because I've only played since 2020, is just like pure memes and like I don't know, just like internet humor and people kind of just being like more free, but it's more wholesome too. But so like
that's my personal favorite part about VR chat. Is just the memes, the chaotic nature of it all. You go into a world, you don't know what you're gonna see or what's gonna happen. So
yeah, I made a couple of memes things. I made a sad cat, and I made the froggy sipping emote. I made like a little model of that, and that's
awesome.
That's one of my fallback avatars that I offer, because it's like under 7K polygons, but it's like just the cute little like meme, and I don't know. So besides your videos, have you ever created any other content for VR chat? Are you interested in exploring things like Blender and Unity?
Yes, but it's very difficult. It's a very difficult thing to get into, and I think my problem now is just time. Because you need at least an hour a day to get in there and learn, and
something like that.
I'm booked all the time.
Do you have a day job as well as like doing your podcast and your content creation?
I draw art, so yeah. People commission me to draw things, pretty much whatever. I usually draw like an anime style, but yeah, that's what I do. A side gig, and it's been really busy lately.
Yeah.
I have like maybe 30 commissions lined up for the next 6 days. So
Wow.
it's,
That is pretty busy. And
yeah,
your
that's me on
style, the one, so you drew like your version of your avatar, like you illustrated it. So, is that pretty indicative of like the rest of your style? Do you have it like
Oh yeah,
posted? Do
for
you have
sure.
whips and stuff in your server? If y'all want to see it,
Uh,
is it in your server?
I think so. Really high up, because one thing that I don't like, and this is just personal, but I've seen it in Discords, is when I like commission, like someone commissions me to draw something, I don't feel comfortable posting it anywhere, because like
Mm-hmm.
you pay me for it, it should be yours. Like if you want to share it, go ahead. But anyone can just click it and download it. So it's like, you know what I mean? Um,
Yeah. Not even with a watermark, it's not
so
like comfortable for you.
right, yeah. So I'll post some of the stuff I do for me personally. Um, a while back, Sambi, I don't know if you know him. He did Oceans Away. It's a world in VR chat. And one of the houses is one of my drawings. I drew him and his girlfriend, which me and him were the same avatar, so it's very, very similar, yeah.
Oh,
But yeah, it's pretty much the same style.
that's
Yeah.
awesome. Well, I have a commission of one of my like I have. They're only scratch avatars in this world because I'm not like comfortable enough with like putting other people's assets in a public context. So all of the ones that you'll
Right.
see are just full scratch. But there's a fan art that I got from an artist called Citrus that's like of the witch that I made, and then I'll like maybe we can work something out where you get some art in my world because it would be nice to make an update in here. It's been a while. Like you can see, I still have my mistletoe above the bed. Like it's been a little minute. Updates incoming.
Hell yeah. That would be
Because
awesome.
I like your style, like the one thing that I've seen of it, but it's good. I can see why you get a lot of commissions. Like that's pretty awesome. Um,
Someone said I have like a Kingdom Hearts style. I don't see it, but maybe.
maybe just from the one thing I can tell you, I was like, oh yeah, that's like
Yeah.
fun to look at, and like, well, I'm really excited about making an avatar like based off of that and stuff. But now that we're in world, I can kind of see what you're talking about too, because there's like a mixture of the like anime tune shader, and then like
Yeah.
this like more textured stuff going on.
Oh yeah. And I have the other one too with that's my favorite is like a plaid t-shirt on. But there's something wacky with it when anytime I take it out, like people's hair just go crazy. Like their hair just stands on end. So I
What?
can't wear it.
Do
So
you
it's
have
just,
like
yeah, I don't
colliders coming out of your like? Are you like
I,
kamehameha all the time?
yeah, I've looked in Twitter. I mean, I've looked at in Unity, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't see anything that stands out. It just started one day. Like it just randomly started. It was like
Maybe
right around the
someone
time they did
cursed
the
you.
2019 update.
That's wild.
Yes.
VR chat 2019
Yeah.
cursed you. Let's see. Uh, so, you've been doing the podcast for a little while, but not super long. You definitely have like a portfolio growing, but what do you see for your podcast in the future?
So much. So I've never done radio. I've never had a podcast. It's just something I was like, you know what? I want to do this. And I just started doing it. Um, and that's why, like, if you go to my YouTube channel, it says season one. Because
Yeah.
I want to have, like, a little break. And I want to, in season two, I really, like, season one is, like, the testing grounds. What can we do in this environment? What mistakes are we making? What can we do better? And then in season two, I really want to vamp that up and fix all the little mistakes that bother me. So I've already been talking to people, and like in season two, I want to have singers come on, DJs, performers. They can come on, play a little set. I might shorten the topics down a little bit. I might have close friends come on in the very beginning, and then have people come on that the topic is based off of, like if I have a creator come on or whatever. um because sometimes I feel like the conversation might get a little stale after an hour or so.
I
You know
put
what
it
I
on
mean?
2 speed. Yeah. Listen in that like
Yeah.
Adderall speed. So um
And I
I
have
can see that
Ether
working
editing them,
pretty
so it's
cool.
really yeah. And me and Zombie are making a new world for it too. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna actually have like my own studio. I'm really excited. It's gonna be so cool.
Will it be pretty much the
So
design of that one? And like, is that one like Kit Bashed world that like worked for your intentions, and then like what you want is an actual like dedicated world for your show?
so so the first one was made from scratch,
Okay.
and the podcast room is just a little portion of it. The other portion was for my server for like events and stuff. And this time I'm like, dude, we got to make one that's just for content creation. And I want to fix little things right here. So like Ether the Dreamer, he records and edits my videos.
Yeah, and he's in the chat right
And
now.
like he's what's up, dude? He's always hiding like under the table. Like there's nowhere for him like really chill. Like so it's like if you watch the videos, just know he's like under the table or
Okay.
off to the side in the corner. So I want to make like a little, like a little windowed area for him to be there. And I really want to give him a voice too, so he can like butt in and get in the conversation in season 2. We have tons and tons of stuff planned. It's gonna be awesome. I'm really excited.
Sweet. So yeah, a lot in the
Yeah.
future. Yeah. Ether edits and records and is gonna start editing for me a little bit as well. Has joined my editing team. So I'm excited to see what's
He
gonna come from
really
that.
knows. Yeah, he really knows what he's doing. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, he's
Yeah.
yeah. I find editing very boring, and I feel like it would take the fun out of it for me personally. But he's so talented. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he'll send me like a picture of like the cuts that he made. It's like thousands of cuts, and I'm like, Jesus, dude.
Yeah.
He's really good.
Um well, he'll probably eventually be the one that edits this too. So shout out to Post. Present and post. He'll be like, wait, is the stream set up so that comments can be seen, or are we full screen?
You can see the comments.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, hey, Ether, give yourself a shout out to Post. All right. So I mean, you generally go over like the impact VR chat has to like where we're going in society and stuff like that. But do you think that the more people who are exposed to virtual reality, the more VR chat will be kind of relevant in a mainstream way? It's like a massive VR platform, pretty well established.
VR chat?
I mean, there are other options, there are other things, but like, even though like people could use Chill Out or Neos or VR Chat or like whatever Metaverse is doing, those options, if it's not like a huge amount of people, if it's not making like an impact, do you think like VR, is going to be like a place where people might go like to school together, or like start like being really implemented into society, as well as just become more mainstream as a way to communicate and like socialize and stuff like that? Like, do you have thoughts on sort of like where it is now and like where it's heading?
You're cutting out really bad. Lag.
Yeah, can you hear me? Is it
Oh yeah, I can hear you.
okay?
Yeah, I heard your so
Okay.
I think VR, it's so tough, cuz like you look, if you look like in the early days of the internet, like people would say like it's gonna go here, it's gonna go there, it's gonna go there. A lot of it was wrong. It's
Mm-hmm.
really hard to
Yeah,
say
true.
where this is all gonna go. Um, but I mean, I just my imagination just goes wild. Like I feel like companies will get in here eventually and like sell their products, like Nikes for avatars and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that. I think
Yeah.
it definitely, if what the metaverse is doing with Facebook and Meta, they definitely want to have people work in the metaverse and go to
Mm-hmm.
school in the metaverse and learn. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say with VR chat because it seems like the mainstream media doesn't really want to represent
Oh,
VR
for
chat in any
sure.
way.
Yeah, especially with
It's
those
very
articles by the
strange.
BBC and the CNN that have been coming out recently. And I'm sure more like attack campaigns as well, probably here soon. Like they definitely don't want VR chat to be seen in a or in a positive light, um like overall.
Yeah, it's so. And I personally don't know why. I mean, that article
Mm.
just came out where it's like, this is why you can't have legs in the metaverse. And I'm like, well,
Mm.
wait, what?
Look, I got little feetsies. They're not even awkward or scary looking at
Right.
all. My feet are cute.
I
Where are
think
my
VR chat
legs?
has a.
Mm.
There's a lot of videos out there, like people like on TikTok, where their
It
legs just
kills me.
disappear because
Yeah.
they read that article.
Or like the people with the avatars that are just legs. Those are really great. Um
I I don't know where
mm,
VR chat's gonna be,
mm,
but I know VR is gonna take off. It's gonna be crazy. We're gonna get to a level where it's like Ready Player One, and most people will decide to live within virtual reality. It's gonna get that good. I'm a hard believer in that.
yeah, I have big dreams
Um,
for VR too. Like I want modeling to become like common knowledge, so like if not everyone's in a household is proficient, at least everyone will be able to understand like the guts of a 3D model.
yeah, for sure. I mean, I tell Sambi all the time. World creation, asset making, avatar creation. It's gonna take off in like 10 years. When you have more and more people join and they need this kind of stuff and they don't have the skill sets to do it, they're either going to learn or they're going to, commission someone.
Mhm.
And these skills are going to be very important for the future.
For sure. And especially like if people do decide to like not learn and get into things because it make like all sorts of reasons people have to direct their time where they want to, and commissioners are so important. They make my world go around. Like most people, cuz I'm an
Yeah.
asset maker, like first and foremost, and my avatars were only sort of made either like for memes or because like to see if I can and like to practice certain basics in Unity. So when you're an asset maker, like it's
Oh
still
no, I
got a
can't hear
lot
you
of
again.
popularity.
We're lagging.
Do I have lag now?
All
Can you hear me now?
right, you're good. I can hear you now. Okay.
Um, yeah, but just as like an asset creator, it still gets a lot of like exposure and popularity, but like even not as much as like if you're an avatar creator. Like those are really like the rock stars of the genre. And like all the other like arts that go
Right.
into it like deserve a lot more exposure. But also not only because I believe that people should, you know, get the popularity that their work, deserves kind of, but also because the more people who know what they're doing and or at least are discerning customers, like the less that there are going to be the people who take other people's work and change a texture and resell it, or sell an avatar that like without knowing what to look for in like toggle showcases, like dynamic bones showcases. Like if you just have a static screenshot, somebody who doesn't know what they're doing might spend $60 on something that's just like just doesn't work. And then like
Yeah.
so the more people that know what we're doing, the more people can like know how to be better buyers, kind of. They're less scammy.
Yeah. I will say that I've commissioned quite a few people for avatars, and I've been ripped off every single time. So it's very difficult.
That really sucks.
Yeah, it's not good. Yeah, it's not good. Because I mean, you have a lot of people that join Discords, and they'll claim they're quote unquote avatar creator, and they're just like a Frankensteiner, and they have some skill, but it's not $600 worth of skill. You know what I mean? Or whatever the cost may be.
Yeah, that's why I it was really important to me. Like, two things were very important is that the way that I started is learning from the ground up. So I like got in Blender first and like I really enjoy it, and then whoops, I forgot what I was saying. But yeah, the just like being able to know what I was doing was I wanted to build everything like from the ground up in order to like have comprehensive knowledge. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. So I could really know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
This kind of comes to my mind every time I see like content that gets into like ERP or with Phantom Touch and stuff like that. But even just like talking about e-boys and e-girls, just like something you were saying in one of your episodes where it was like, if you meet a girl in a world and 10 minutes later she's sending you her nudes, do not interact. Like, run away. And I kind of wanted to get your thoughts on how you feel about VR chat being used as a space for fantasy fulfillment.
So like ERP and Phantom Sense and those kind of things?
Well, and also sort of the phenomenon that I've seen, and it's kind of online everywhere, but like at VR chat, it's just wild where you can like meet somebody in a world.
Oh, you're cutting out again.
And am I back? And am I smooth?
Oh yeah, you're back. You're back.
And when you go into a world, you're like swarmed with like these kind of like lonely people. Like, for me, it's lonely boys because I'm just like, I don't wear a male avatar, and I don't care, and like I'm comfortable presenting as a female because I'm good at being a female. I'm like was born as one, and so like you get swarmed by boys, like really lonely, kind of like socially awkward, and then like they're suddenly just like you're my girlfriend now and stuff like that. And just as easily as like that happens, they can see you talking to somebody else and like get really pissed off, and like it's like more deep, I think, than just people kind of looking for a porn experience through ERP or like I think something's like definitely like about VR chat like brings out these like quick attachments and something like to be fantasy fulfillment. Like they're well, well, what do you think about that?
I think a lot of people will get on this game that are lonely, especially like in 2020 when COVID and people were locked in their houses. I know me personally, that's why I played so much in that year, because I was lonely. And there's a lot of people in this game that have mental health issues, and they use VR chat as an escape, which can be good and also can be very bad. Really depends on how deep you delve into, VR chat. And I mean, I think people are getting into that game to find girlfriends and date and bring some of that IRL stuff into the game. And I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. It's definitely both. It definitely can be both.
Yeah.
And me personally, as a dude, I don't know what it's like to be a girl and have to deal with that.
Yeah, it's definitely a huge part of it. Because, like, I've had people go suicidal on me because they're just, like, super mad because they're like, but we were dating, but I had talked to them or, like, you know, joined on them maybe 2 or 3 times, you know, or, like, had people who, like, legitimately are trying to, like, give me marriage proposals. Like, I mean, like, not to be mean, but unhinged behavior that you wouldn't really have to deal with IRL. Like, in real life, at least I have, well, I mean, I guess I feel safer in VR chat because although that behavior is more rampant, I'm able to, like, not have to be in physical danger. So I don't know. Either way, it's, like, pretty tough because
I mean, you gotta
if
be careful
there's,
though.
like, yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they can find your address, and I've heard stories. You know, it's not healthy. It's not good. And I've seen that, and I've dealt with drama, and it's one of the things I've talked about in the podcast is just be careful. Like if someone is
Yes.
if someone is toxic and you get that vibe, it's not a bad thing just to block them or just to walk away and not be their friend. It's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you really got to be careful.
People can take it too far. And
Um,
I've seen like in-game doxes where there's like an avatar of like a person's dox and like the, you know, when gangs get a hold of somebody that they want to bully and stuff, like talking about bringing IRL into it, like it can get really bad really fast because like those can have real
yeah.
world consequences and people, you're right, like just need to be careful. And like I think we're still learning the ways that we do need to be careful because it's a new platform, that we don't have all of the like protections and stuff that for like with things that have been around forever, like emails, phishing, and stuff like that. We were like fine, but if you run into like trash gang in here and you're like, oh no, they're like ripping every avatar I have right now and also finding my address and also doxing me and also like
Oh
yeah,
no.
it's so scary. Um and
Am I the only one who thinks that gangs in VR are just dumb? Bro, you
this
play VR chat. You're not hard, dude.
it's mostly like it seems like lonely boys that like get together and like want to outdo each other to like feel like they have a place. And it's just like very
I
edgy,
guess that makes sense.
very, yeah. I mean, the same reason why people join gangs IRL, they're like, you know, maybe listless or like directionless and, you know, missing a sense of belonging.
Right.
So, I mean, it makes sense in every like social like scenario. You're going to have like social infrastructures that just sort of naturally spring up because, you know, we are creatures of habit. So, like, you're gonna have gangs and stuff, and like we have a workforce that's like building, like with you and I on like video content creation, and you know definitely with like art and like feeling this huge art community, which I agree completely when you had said in a podcast that this game, as well as attracting, you know, come what may, like weirdos and, you know, are lonely people and stuff, there's like a massive amount of like benefit and people who are like really creative that do come here and enjoy it. And like you can find it all over the
Yeah.
place, just like some amazing like stuff that people are doing. Which kind of like goes into the next question, which do you see VR chat as a social platform or a game?
The way that I see VR chat is a glorified early day internet forum.
Mm.
Like it's very early internet, and the very early internet was very social, and yeah, I think it's a social game for sure. I don't think it's a regular game. Now, with that said, I think as VR chat evolves
Pardon me.
and they introduce things like the save system,
Mm-hmm.
where people can upload RPG games, like make RPG worlds, and you can save your game. Like I think it will start to change then a little bit. But yeah, it's really just a social experience in my mind. But yeah, it really harkens back to early internet. Like if you go some of the like really early worlds or just random worlds, like it really reminds me of like those old like Flash websites.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, very
Real
rudimentary.
grungy and
Even some of the same
yeah,
text too. Like
yeah.
um
Everything in history always repeats itself, and I don't think VR is any different.
so it's just
So
like the next cycle of like early forums. I like that interpretation. I haven't really heard anybody like think of it like that, and I think it's interesting to think about that. Um
yeah, for sure.
As technology is advancing, do you think that we'll get close to the full dive experience? And what consequences do you think that accomplishment might have?
What do you mean like full dive? Like you're in it?
Yeah, so talking about how as VR advances and we get more eventually like so full
Oh, you're cutting
dive
out
is
bad again.
the like when like in dot hack sign and they're in an MMORPG that's like virtual and like there's no distinguishing between the game and real life because it's that immersive. And like you were saying,
Man,
you think
that's
people are going to get to the point where they do just live their whole lives in VR. And
well, if
yeah.
jobs
Mm-hmm.
if jobs come to VR and you can make money in VR and you can't tell the difference between VR and reality. Yeah, I mean there's positive and negatives, I said, like with everything, and maybe you'll lose something, but I don't know, I can't imagine it because it's gonna be crazy. Because if it's undistinguishable from real life, like you can go to the beach with your friends and everything's fleshy and you can touch everything, and you know what I mean, like
Mm-hmm. Just why not live in like
some
that forever, right? Like some people would just like never come back, I think.
I don't think, yeah, why would you? I mean, if we created some sort of system where it's like everyone gets in their pod, I mean, there's obviously some benefits to the real world, like there'd be less pollution,
Mm.
and
Yeah.
stuff like that, you know. So, um, yeah, that's gonna be a crazy one. I don't know if I'll live to see it, but it'll be
Mm.
cool. Because if you really think about it right now, VR is in the Pong phase. You know, Pong came out in the 70s. It was two lines and a ball. And 50 years later, we have these amazing 3D worlds with these amazing graphics. So it's going to be crazy to see where VR is in 50 years.
For sure. I'm really excited and you know, I hope I have enough decades, you know, to see like all this stuff, all the really cool stuff and like all the stuff that I want to see, but maybe not in the next 100 years, hopefully.
I mean, we're already seeing it. And, you know, when you can get into VR chat and be anything. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? You can be anything that you want, and it's crazy. It's just gonna keep on getting better and better. Less discrimination and stuff like that, for sure.
Yeah. Well, actually, in the creator community, like kind of strangely, like around the time that the TDA ban was like just first starting, more people were focusing more on including like a variety of skin tones to their avatar packages, and it just became like sort of the standard of like putting an avatar out, unless you have a very specific design. So like the avatar creators and like people of color who had not really had representation yet have like gotten a lot more like popularity and exposure. Like Poppy Alyssa, she is, I mean, I don't know, African American, but she's black, and she like
Yeah.
in a lot of her releases you can get like black girl hair, and it's like they're really good assets. And she has a little history section in her server that like says the different types of hairstyles, like you know, that the meaning of them and stuff like that, because she wants to put like the history into like why these assets like exist, like why those styles exist. And I think that like seeing that sort of like come around is like a really cool era of VR chat to be in. And you can do any fantasy
really
things, but that's something that does have like some more positive real world consequences, I think, because like the more you're exposed to like seeing like a variety of different looking people, and like you're going to get that a lot in VR chat, because you get to meet people from all around the world, but also when they're making like inclusive, you know, looking designs, like main character looking designs. Like one thing is that like for the most part we're all beautiful, because like when we have our avatars, they look like, you know, main characters of anime in a lot of the cases. You know, be like, yeah, I hang out with that person because like, you know, people want to be popular and cool and look good.
Hell yeah. It's even more than that. Like if you were in an accident and you lost one of your legs, like when you get in VR, you can look down and see both your legs, and you know what I mean, you can walk around, and or maybe you're like a burn victim, like, so you know what I mean, you got your whole face is like burned or something, you get in VR and you know what I mean, no one will ever know and no one will ever see, and you can look however you want. It's just, I think it's really healthy for that kind of stuff, you know.
Yeah. So we're getting kind of like towards the end-ish, and if we want to start interacting with chat more, I usually take questions and stuff, but I do have one more question on the list. That is, what advice do you have for people who want to get into creation based around VR chat, whether it's putting out video content or being avatar creators, any kinds of artists? What would you say to those people who are interested?
Just do it. Especially with all creation, you know, avatar, world, or even YouTube. Your content is not going to be very good. And the more you do it and the more content you push out, the better you will get. Practice makes perfect, and a lot of people just don't do it. Just, if you really want to do something, just do it. That's the best advice I can give. You just gotta take that time and learn the ropes and just keep on chugging along, and eventually, you know, I'm a big believer, if you ask the universe something, like if you want something, you'll get it eventually. You just gotta put in that work and just kind of do it. So,
hell yeah, just do it. Says Sassafras. Get out there, kids.
Just do it. Also make friends.
Create. Yeah, make friends.
Friends will help you.
The partners.
Friends will help you.
They're like, my server has grown for a lot of different reasons, but a major one is certainly the partners that are out there. Oh, speaking of which, one of my partners, Khihani, made this avatar that I'm wearing. She's called Philo, and you can find her in the description in a link. Yes. So, yay, partners. Nice. We love partners. Ether wants to give advice too. He says, be careful and stay away from drama. So if you want to be a creator, getting into drama is a good way to become infamous. Like, people will know you, but for the right reasons, to be determined.
That's one of the things I notice about doing the podcast is there is a lot of drama in the avatar community, and then the world community is just like, hey, we make worlds.
Yeah, I think a lot of the people who like aren't avatar creators, so there's like 2D artists and stuff, and there's a lot of drama based on people like reselling stuff, but as far as like I've seen, like texture artists and 2D artists are not as like vicious as the avatar creators. Like, they're like I don't know, just like nice collaborative sort of vibes, except for when there's art theft, of course. And then so I interviewed Twami a couple of days ago too, and you know, particle artists, VFX people, animators, They're also in the camp of
You've
like,
gone quiet again.
whoa,
I'm sorry, this keeps
whoa.
on happening.
Well,
oh, there you go. I can hear you again.
I don't know what it is. Oh, there's a question. Why did you choose the name Sassafras?
Oh, I'm a big Tenacious D fan. Like
You're a
Jack
who?
Black, it's a band.
Oh,
Tenacious D.
okay.
It's like it's Jack Black's band. You know, the movie star.
I watched the Pick of
Um,
Destiny, and that's like I never listened to the band like on its own, but watching that movie was really fun. But I don't remember what does Sassafras have to do with Tenacious D.
So you know the Sasquatch scene in that movie
I can't remember. It's so
where he's
long
like
ago.
he's like riding he's like tripping on shrooms and he's like riding Sasquatch.
Oh my god, I
the
need to
Strawberry River.
rewatch it. That's awesome. I watched it when I was a
Yeah,
kid,
so-
like when it came out, so it was like not, it's not fresh.
Yeah. That song in that part of the movie is called Sassafrasquatch or
Okay.
Sassafras something. And I saw it and it's like when I was like 16 and for a short period of time when I was a teenager I was like really obsessed with Sasquatch. I don't know why, I just was.
Well, that's fun.
And yeah, and when I was I had like a whole rap thing did when I was 17, so I called myself the Sassafras Man. And I would just like make fun of like rappers and stuff. It was really dumb, but that's why.
So you've been kind of a performer the whole time, is what you're saying.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I like to entertain people and I like to make people laugh. So it's
Oh, Ether says he was right. Sasquatch. It's off of Sasquatch.
Yeah.
Do we have some more questions from y'all? You're giving us some good ones. I wouldn't even have thought to ask you where you got that. I like cryptids, cryptozoology. It's pretty fun. Little YouTube rabbit hole to go down sometimes.
yeah. In our Halloween episode, that's pretty much all we talked about was cryptids.
That's awesome. I didn't watch that one. There's like
Yeah.
two that I didn't watch Christmas or Halloween.
Yeah,
But I think I
Halloween
watched
did
those.
well. Christmas, like no one watched. They got like 100 views.
Whoa.
So I don't know if I'm gonna do one next year. I was like, yo, where's the love for Christmas? Christmas is awesome.
But a lot of people are on VR chat for Christmas. Like everybody's on and getting drunk and like going to parties and stuff. I feel like always
Yeah,
more than
that's true.
I figure. Like the VR chat crashes during the holidays. Like it's gonna crash on Halloween and it's gonna crash on Christmas. So what's your favorite food? Do you snack on things while working? Asked Divinity. Hi Divinity, thanks for asking questions.
My favorite food. There's too many to list. I love Chinese food. I love pizza. Well, no. Okay, my favorite food is potatoes. By far, I love potatoes.
Ray Baby loves potatoes too.
Yeah.
Yeah, my my studio manager is right here. The
in real
giggling.
life,
I
I
don't
was
think you
like,
can hear the
what?
giggling. Yeah. No, not in the world. Well, I'm at the end of the list of my questions, and the chat, they're asking good questions, but it's kind of slowed down. Do you want to kind of check out like the avatars I was talking about? I don't know if you've ever like seen my work or like interacted with like the stuff that I do, because this is my avatar world.
Yeah, let's do it.
We have like a little froggy one that I think you'd like, because you said you like memes.
Oh yeah. Oh, we got some right here.
Yeah, I have my fallbacks. That Stoat is one of the first avatars I actually ever made. And I don't have the files for
What
it
is-
anymore.
What is this one?
A Stoat. It's an ermine. like a ferret kind of, but cuter.
Oh, my hands.
Yeah, the fingers on that, like, so, you know, it's from scratch. Well, the little fingers, I was so worried wouldn't work because they're so low poly. You're loading. The stream
It
is
was so weird when you're in a small avatar.
You're not a human size. You're not a human shape either. I wonder what it's like in full body. Because the hips are so far away.
Did I load in?
Yeah, you're loaded in now.
Nice.
The little fingers. They get me. Here, look at these little fingers.
This is crazy. Is there a mirror in here?
What? Yeah, over here.
Oh. I look like a sock.
Yeah, you look like a
Sock
sock. I mean,
Yeah.
so in real life, I knit little like thingies, little like plushy thingies, and I guess I was just like, I didn't even do it on purpose. I just like instinctually was like, let me make one of those in VR chat.
What else do you got in here?
The froggy, which is absolutely a meme one.
I don't know if I can get it. It's too high up.
I believe in you.
Alright, hold on. Oh no. I think I had to change into my other one. And then. Whoa, I'm a frog.
And that one loads in so
Yeah, this one's
quickly.
cool.
Yeah. You're a meme. And you're sparkly.
Yeah, he does have sparkles. That's cool.
And he looks suspicious because the eyes are like to the side. So you're never not going to look like you're side-eyeing someone.
That's funny.
The chat thinks it's
I
funny.
like this guy.
I have more in the other room, but they're all girls.
So does your hair stand on end when I change into this one?
Let's see. It's at 1% loaded in.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Why's my stuff loading so?
I
so
don't know. Why am I lagging? And I mean, like, this isn't a heavy world, and you haven't really worn unoptimized things. What is the deal?
Yeah, like, cause I'm not lagging. It's just you. The world doesn't seem like it's lagging either. It's strange.
We have another question. What kind of podcasters, YouTubers were you influenced by for your interview content?
So I have so many favorite YouTubers. So like I really like Mr. Beast. I was around like in the early days. Like my first subscription was probably like early days Smosh. Stuff like that. I really love what's that one podcast called? Where they're like it's the two guys and they drink. Crap,
Cold
I can't
Ones?
think of the name of it. Cold One's such a good one.
Yeah, that was really. I like the one they had PewDiePie on because he had been sober for like 6 months, and then he just goes on Cold Ones and gets fucking blasted. And it was great.
Yeah, that was a good one. I also really like the Joe Rogan podcast. I know he's like, some people don't like him, some people do, but
Well, when Twamey
I like a
was
lot of
on,
his
he said
episodes.
he talked about Joe Rogan too. I actually have never like seen his content. All I know about it is like when people have issues and like want to talk about him, and he's in other people's content. And also I know about the Spotify thing, but there's no way that they would cut off a multi-million-dollar contract. I mean, come on.
No, he's the biggest podcast around. He got
Yeah.
a good deal.
So it must be like entertaining, or why would
I think
he
it's
has such a good deal though?
I think his content is just genuine. Like he doesn't really. Sometimes I guess there's misinformation on there, but he's honestly just a dude.
Also, yeah, not
You
a
know what I mean?
doctor. He's just a guy. Anyone who's like listening to
Yeah,
just a
so-
guy on the internet for your medical, I mean, like maybe like think rethink something.
Right. So don't take a guy who's smoking a joint with his buddy doing a podcast really all that seriously.
Right. So Ether wants to know what are your favorite guests you've had on your show? Or do you have a favorite
So
show?
I did an episode
Mhm.
with a bunch of world creators, and that was probably my biggest one. That was my last one I did, and yeah, dude, they were the coolest, like the most humble, nicest people that I've ever met in this game. Like they were just so chill, and like usually, if I ask someone to be on the podcast, there's like this back and forth, or they just immediately just say no. But all of these guys were just like, yeah, let's do it. And that was just, we did it. It was just really awesome. Just so much good, there's a lot of good conversations and a lot of stories. And yeah, I really like that one.
Sweet. What this is just off the top of my head, but what's your next like upcoming project? Because that one was posted a month ago. Do you have like another long?
Yeah, so, you're lagging again. Oh no.
Wait, did you hear the
so,
question? Or am I still lagging?
Oh, I can hear you. Cool.
Did you hear the question?
So, yeah, I heard the question. So, basically, the way that I did it was I released the first 2 episodes, right? Week to week, and then I was like, you know what? I really want an editor to, clip out some of like the uhs and the
Sure.
silence. You know what I mean? To make it a little bit snappier.
Yeah, make you look
And
cool.
that's how I found Ether. I went on. I found Ether on Fiverr, and you know, that's history. And we recorded the rest of the season, and then when we had it all together, we released it one by one after we had it all recorded and edited and whatnot. And that whole process, I am sure Ether can say the same. It was very exhausting. For instance, the dating episode took like a month to make because I would do like a cutaway where I go and interview people that were in relationships, and like someone would break up and they're like, I don't want to be in the video, so I'd have to do another interview, and then they would break up. And it was just,
That sounds like a nightmare.
oh, yeah, and I was just. By the time the World Creator one came out, I was like,
Yeah.
all right, I need like a month break.
Yeah.
And at this point, me and Zombie were talking about making the new studio and the new podcast room. So I was like all right, well, until we get a little bit something like everything behind the scenes moving a little bit faster, I'm just gonna take a little break. And then that's kind of it's kind of moving a little slow right now. So I think the plan is right now is to extend season 1 by 5 or 6 episodes. So I have an episode that I have planned that I'm going to do in a public world, which now I have to do really fast because people might steal my idea. No, I'm just joking. Yeah, we're going to do one in a public world. I have an episode on furries coming out, so I'm going to
People
talk
love
about furry
furries.
culture and yeah. and yeah, I have other stuff planned too. I have another channel that I'm creating called Game Players. I'm gonna do a bunch of cool stuff on that one. I'm gonna start making VR chat vlogs. I still haven't figured out how I'm gonna do it, but I will do it. They will come out here soon. So
Lots of good
yeah,
stuff.
lots of planned. Yeah.
Let's see. He also wants to know, what is the weirdest moments or the weirdest episode you've had in your show's production? Give me the weird stuff.
I don't know anything. I don't think anything really all that weird has happened. No, well,
Oh.
so I don't know. I don't know if this is weird, but we did an episode on ePal. Do you know what ePal is?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I watched that one.
Yeah, we did an episode on ePal, and you can judge me if you want, but I went into this episode saying like, you know, who would buy someone to hang out with them in VR chat? Like, this has to be like a bunch of simps, and I went in with my own perceived, you know, perception on everything. And when I brought these people in, they were like the nicest people that I've ever met. Like, they were super like wholesome and humble, and like, and we recorded 2 episodes like that. We recorded that episode twice, and the first time was a complete disaster. Because I was hitting up all of these, you know, people on the website, hey, come on the podcast, and a bunch of them backed out last second, so I had to like bring on like personal people that I've met on VR chat to trying to like fill it out. And then there was too many people, and we like started the podcast, and this guy was like talking through my whole intro, and the cutaway that me and Ether made really offended like some of the people that were from the website. And I was just like, oh no, this is going so bad.
Oh god.
So yeah, the next day I hit up Ether. I'm like, dude, we gotta re-record that episode. We cannot put this out.
Yeah, I'm glad you did.
And that's it. And that's why in that episode, like, I have that little intro of me talking, saying like, hey, watch to the end. The whole episode, if you watch it, had a story of like preconceived notions about a certain topic with the people in the world's talking about, like ePal and stuff, and then you meet the people from that offer the service, and they talk about the people that use the service, and then at the end I like put a little nice bow on it with just me. So it turned out really well, actually. So
I actually
to get there.
You're probably never gonna find it, but I have an ePal for VR chat that I started like in the early days. I don't use it and I don't check it, but yeah, I was.
Oh really?
I almost was one of those people.
That's crazy.
Oh. Ether says that the kerfuffle was the way a question was worded, that it wasn't intentional, it just came off wrong. But yeah, it sounds like you guys pulled it out in the one that you did release. So it's unfortunate that you know, uncomfortable situation happened with that version of it.
That whole podcast was crazy.
Well, you've been loading for so long. You're at 53%. I want you to load in before we do like the ending stuff, because we're about where I would normally start wrapping things up and stuff like that. But I want you to be a man again, and I want to see if my hair goes up.
Oh man.
Curse things you say in VR chat, but you understand exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, so do you have any final thoughts, I guess, while we try to wait out your load in?
Yeah, I mean, VR is crazy. And there's a lot of space to grow. In my opinion, there's 3 pillars for VR chat. There's content creation. People watch content and they're like, I want to play this game. That's how a lot of people get into this game. And then there's avatar and world creation, which keeps people in the game. and there's just a lot of room to grow and places to go. I was recently on Twitter and I saw people making like really realistic like anime avatars, like really realistic like textures and stuff. I'm like, wow, dude, that'd be crazy if that took off. Because we've kind of been stuck in like the e-boy and the e-girl like real anime style for almost what 2-3 years now. So
Yeah, probably the whole
it's
time
exciting
that
to
I've
see
played.
where everything's gonna go. Yeah.
Ether says
What am I at?
Phantom Sense was interesting. You're at 61. I'm a New Guy was a great person. Yeah, I liked watching I'm a New Guy in Ether's stream, and I liked watching especially the scene where, or the segment where he goes into like, kind of just starts like doing a very organic guided meditation, and I was listening to it right before we came
Yeah.
on. Like that was the episode that I was on, and he, you know, it's just like I don't know, 10-15 minutes of like, I was so relaxed before this show. I was like, there's no way I'm getting up and getting in a headset. Like I have to like, I laid down and I was like, I'm gonna go to sleep. So you're lucky I didn't pass out.
That was a horrible idea for a podcast, like at the ending there. Because I was just like,
Yeah.
I went somewhere else.
Yeah,
I
I could tell. It was good. And then you
Yeah,
asked the
and
girl that on the panel, and you were like, "What did you think of that?" And she's like, "Shit."
Yeah.
Yay! You are at 70%. Right. Do you
We're
have
almost
any
there.
like do you have any shout outs you want to give? Is there like a list of people that you know, do your gratitude thing? You want to like promote anybody?
Well, obviously Ether the Dreamer.
Mm.
He's right in the chat. So
Mm.
when anyone rewatches this or watches it, subscribe to Ether the Dreamer. He's awesome. He does my thumbnails for me. He does my editing for me. He records it. And he's a great guy, you know. And he's when I was first doing like I hired some people off Fiverr that really didn't play VR chat, and that was my biggest thing. I was like, I need to find someone who's passionate about this community, and he's so passionate. And he just wants to help people and see this community blossom, and you know, he's just such a good guy.
Yeah, I agree. He and I have known each other for quite a while now, a couple of years, and he is why, like, his channel is pretty much why like all of this like happened, because it's like what really like exposed me to the fact that like I could do a little research, and like by just like getting a little involved, like go down a path of like this whole creation thing. And yo, you're a top tier human being, Ether.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And Ether says Sass is a top tier human being and e-boy. So
I'm not an e-boy, man. What are you talking about?
I like your black nail polish.
Have I loaded that? Or
No,
is this the
it was
older
in
one?
your other one.
Oh, okay.
You were at
Yeah, this one has it too.
78%. Yeah, and I
We're almost
imagine the
there.
illustration maybe has it. I can't remember the fingernails, to be honest. But when I make it, I'm going to put fingernails, like black fingernails. I have like
Yeah,
a
and
scratch
that's-
avatar. I'm super like excited to finish. It's so close. Well, the mesh is so close, so it'll be like so
That's
pretty.
dope. I wish I could make stuff from scratch.
So pretty. 80%.
Yeah, because like when I first got on this game, there was this girl that I met, and she said that I looked cute in this e-boy avatar.
Yeah.
Just like had little ears and a tail.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, well, you know, shit, I gotta wear this now.
Yeah.
and I did that for like 5 months, but I always was looking for just a chill guy avatar. I
Yeah.
just wanted someone who was chill, like not necessarily e-boy, just relaxed, chill. He's just hanging out, and then I met Preddy, and he's the one that made this one.
I don't think e-boy is always a bad thing. I think it's like the meaning has evolved. Like, but I actually in my Ether stream, somebody asked us like, what's your greatest weakness? And my answer was when e-boys do dolphin types.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with the e-boy look. It's just not my thing. You know what I mean? But if you're in, if someone's into it, don't let anyone tell you what to be into. Do you, for sure.
My studio manager is leaving me. Bye.
Oh no.
Well, that's about all I have for you tonight. You're still blue.
What am I, like 90%?
Yeah.
Why am I loading so long? This never happens.
I'm scuffed. I have a channel in my server called Scuffed AF, and it's one of my favorite channels that exist. Just like broken things. They're like broken toy box. There's some
That's fair.
really cursed stuff that I made when I was first beginning. It's so great. I wish I had like more of the videos and stuff. Actually, I think I can find one, and if I can find it, I'll show you. But it's just like my first avatars and stuff. I didn't know anything about weight painting, and then you go and they have like the rig all set up in Unity. And you put the dance animation on them, and then suddenly they're like a ball of flesh spikes, and you're like, oh no, this is not going to work. It's so cursed.
Did you see that new thing that they released where if someone tries to rip your avatar, it like destroys all the like meshes and stuff on it, so it just looks like a jumbled mess?
Is it something like Dreadrith did?
I don't know. I've just heard about it, and I've like seen YouTube videos about it. It's a new thing. It's been out for like a month, but
Okay.
a lot of people are excited about it. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So.
Yeah, we all have to deal with leaders and stuff.
That stops that is always a good thing.
My famous asset that like really got me a lot of the popularity that I enjoy today is the axolotl set that I made. But like I could tell when it got leaked because it went from I was getting like, $15 a day from it. I'd get customers, sometimes multiple customers. And then once it was leaked, it's like one person maybe a week will buy the axolotl set. And it was like instant. So, just so garbage.
It's the worst. Hopefully, VR chat's like seller community or whatever they're gonna call it. Hopefully that really, when what are they calling it? The creator something, like when people can actually sell stuff on VR chat.
Yeah,
hopefully
I think
that
that
fixes
would.
a lot of problems.
I mean, like I've been wanting something like that since I started my Gumroad. Because it would be like so much easier to be able to just sell directly through the platform and not have to have a third party involved. And then I could also like have it set up where, maybe the shop was in my world and like I have my assets like the German Shepherd, those plushies things. Those are all like scratch assets that are available and stuff like that. Like the Froggy avatar is available for free. The German Shepherd is free. There's a snow globe downstairs if you want to go see downstairs.
Yeah, let's do it. I just can't change into it because I don't take forever to load again.
Oh, it's not an avatar. They're just these cute little.
Yo.
Yep, and those are
Whoa,
free.
He moves.
Yeah, these are free snow globes. The ducky is free. So if people
Fun
were
fact.
able to take it and, you know, write directly from here, they could play with it, they could want it, and they could get it.
Exactly. Fun fact, I actually have a rubber duck collection in real life.
That's so cute.
But, like, they're cool. Like, so one's wearing, like, a leather jacket, and he has, like, a little rubber duck pompadour. Like, yeah, they're all,
I want
like,
to see
different
that.
kinds. Like, I have, like, a disco one. And...
Send me a picture.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Aw,
Yeah,
Ether's
that's
just being
super
really
cute.
sweet. He says, T, you're amazing. People need to tell you this more often, truly. Lol. Sass isn't an e-boy, but I might be an e-girl. Sass has the chillest avatar. Oh, you have to pay premium to see your avatar. They said, you peeps are some of the best in VR chat. So I'm really appreciating the love. Sassafras, a plushie, like a little, like, so I'll make your avatar and then I'll make you a little plushie version. Because I did Sipbox. Actually, like, I still get, like, notifications because he made a video of him doing toggles to the little plushie that I made him. It's like a little hand puppet, and then tagged me in it. And like when he did that, like his Twitter's so much bigger than mine. Like it broke my Twitter for like that whole day, and like it's still like
That'd
there are
be so
likes and
dope.
retweets on it. It's like, oh my god.
That's awesome.
So I
Did
can make a
you
little one.
pick up the VR chat cat plushie?
The Lunar Reef one?
It's like from VR chat, like official one.
Is my hair up? No, my hair's normal.
Oh, did I load it?
Yeah.
So if I get close to you, it doesn't do anything? Like,
Nope.
that's so weird. I have a theory that it only does it to people that have a client for whatever reason. Because
Maybe.
sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. Yeah. Well, I'm glad I'm a man now, and not just like a blue loading thing. Sorry about that.
That's fine. But now that you're a man, do you want to say goodbye and run away? Because we're now a little bit over time, but
Goodbye.
we started a little bit late, so I don't mind at all. Plus, that was super funny. Thank
Yes.
everyone for coming. Thank you all for watching. If you started off at the beginning and you made it all the way, wow, what a champ. Subscribe to Sassafras's YouTube. Go look at the stuff. Go play VR chat. Go look at my Gumroad. Go look at my server. Go look at Ether in the chat. You can click on his name and find his YouTube right from there. And with that, good night, good day, whatever it is for you, anyone out there. I'm gonna go awkwardly walk to the computer IRL.
Bye.